Hey guys, welcome back to Auto News Point, and today we have the Bajaj Pulsar 220F, and here is the keys. So let me just put it in here first. Now, this is one of the most legendary bikes that you would, motorcycles that you would see in India. Not because this is the flagship model from Bajaj, it isn't anymore, but the oops, so this was launched first in 2007, and it is exactly the same as it used to look. Just a few minor graphic changes here and there, dual tone added. Otherwise, it is the same model, just with a slight modifications in the engine, and it is still one of the best-selling Bajaj motorcycles in India, and an entry-level sports motorcycle for many enthusiasts. Now, when it was launched back in 2007, it was the first India-made motorcycle to come with that changed in the updates later on, and carburetor was added. It is presently powered by a 220cc engine, which makes 21 horsepowers at 8,500 rpm and 90 newton meters of torque at 7,000 rpm. Now, this is a semi-fairing, and it isn't the great in the segment, but still it does offer a very sporty look. These mirrors are almost useless; they don't offer a lot of views. Now, this projector headlamp setup up front look amazing, and they offer a decent illumination in the dark. Now, this is a 90 mm tire with 260 mm Biber brakes, and the rear has the it is 120 mm tire with 230 mm Biber brakes here as well. Now, this exhaust looks very chunky and adds a lot of appeal, doesn't it? Isn't it? This tail light is a very significant LED, because you find the same thing in the Pulsar 150, Pulsar 180, similar but a little tweak in the NS 200, and here in the 220 as well. The grab rails aren't very functional; they are just basics, but add to the design. Split seat here. This seat cushioning isn't the best in the segment, but it's comfortable. The foot pegs are center set, and it, despite having this clip-on handlebars here, it doesn't offer a very sporty ergonomics. In fact, the rider still stays straight, and the ride is very comfortable even when you're going on long tours. Now, for the performance, it still feels punchy. The 220cc engine is very responsive on the throttle. However, once you climb up the rev range on the tachometer, the fairing starts to make rattling noise and it vibrates. This windshield here, the rear view mirrors here, they start vibrating a lot. The brakes aren't the best in the segment, and it's does not have that initial bite that you would expect when you're accelerating at a speed of 80 and you just have to clip on the lever here. It does not have that bite. Plus, I feel that the brake pads here, the rear 230 brakes are fine, but the front has 260 brake pads, which I guess should have been more, considering the segment has 270 for the Apache and the NS. So this brake feels a little low on the bite. Here is the oil cooler, and it's a 4-valve setup. The information panel is a part digital, part analog panel, where the tachometer is an analog, while the speedometer, there's a side stand indicator here as well. There's an odometer, trip meters, telltale lights here for the turn signal indicator, neutral, high beam, and this is the battery indicator. The battery is low right now. Now, despite having this chunky exhaust panel here, the grunting sound isn't very significant. I'll just rev it hard for you. This is the idling sound, and when I rev it harder, it's So there isn't the throatiness, whereas but if you climb higher on the rev range, you start feeling a little sportier with the exhaust, but not when it's idling.